I should hit the live button. Is that all right,
There
ladies?
you go.
Let's do it.
All the best. So I want to learn, how do I say your name? Sherry or Sherry?
It's Andy can probably say it best because it comes with a bit of an accent. It's Sherry.
Sherry.
Sherry. It's Sherry.
Sherry.
SH
Sherry.
Sherry.
Sherry. All right.
But
I'll try
Sherry's
my
fine.
best.
We're
I'm gonna
live
try.
comfort, so when you're ready.
Hello, family. Thank you once again for joining on Passive Empowerment Network with myself, Comfort Confor. And of course, as you can see, we have two beautiful sisters in the house. I hope that everybody joins in our discussion tonight. And the topic was the simplest and the easiest I've ever had. Just a few words, or I don't know, new friends, new family, new nation. And that is what ONPASSIVE is. And in the studio here, guys, we are working from 3 different time zones. So it is, I would say, oh, Sherry is gone. All right. So I'll go over to Dina. I would have loved to start with Sherry. So it's 10 p.m. in Italy, Rome. And we say welcome to the show, Dina Madi. Hello, Dina. Can you hear me? Okay, she is frozen. Okay, Sherry, can you hear me, please? Oh my God. Andy, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Comfort.
All right. Okay. I think this show still needs to hold, right? Something still needs to happen. So, Andy, hello then. Hello, Mr. Burks. It is 9 p.m. in the United Kingdom. So you are welcome once again, Andy.
So can you hear us now, Sherry?
Oh my God.
No.
This is crazy, guys.
Oh dear.
Oh. Okay, we just lost. Guys, let's be patient. I think sometimes we just say we need to enjoy this mess. I don't know if it's an enjoyment, but let's be on it while it lasts, because any moment from now we're moving over home to the best place that can ever exist, and it's all going to be history. What's happening right now, Andy? So I don't know. We hope that the ladies come back again. Andy, can you just say hi and to chat with our friends in the house while we wait for the ladies to sort
Of course,
themselves
no
out?
problem at all. Welcome to everybody that's joined us today. Apologies for the little technical issues. Hopefully, Sherry at some point can hear us, and Dina will come back. So Dina is based in Italy, and Sherry is in Canada. There's Dina. Hi, Dina. Can you?
Hi.
You can say hello now. Excellent.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I lost my internet connection. It's been happening all day. So,
Yeah, sure.
Welcome to you.
We were just trying to introduce you, Dina, when you lost your internet connection. So if you can, please just say hi to our audience in the house while Sherry is sorting herself out.
yes. Hello, everyone. So, my name is Dina Madi. I am originally from Jordan. You can't hear me?
We can hear
We
you.
can. Sherry
Sherry
can't.
can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, I'm originally from Jordan, but I grew up all over the globe because my parents were diplomats. So I grew up mainly actually in Europe, Switzerland, and lived in several countries. And now I'm in Rome and go back and forth to Jordan to see my family.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much, Dina, for joining us. And we're really, really hoping that Sherry corrects her the issue that is going on there so that she can join us here. So, looking at the topic of today, new friends, new family, new nation. And of course, that's what ONPASSIVE is. What do you have in mind, Dina, please?
So for me, on passive, arrived at a very, very special time in my life of difficulties, let's say. I was in Jordan at the time, and it really became the beacon of hope to the beacon of light to move forward with hope, let's say. And one of the parts that really, really helped me was, first of all, connecting to everybody. going to webinars at the beginning, as much as my situation allowed at the time. And I met Sherry through a webinar, but also we were admins at one point of the women empowerment in Telegram. And I mean, meeting Sherry was very, very special for me because she was a huge support. And like, it's hard even to describe, honestly, because as I was telling her earlier, actually, that you realize that people that you meet online, you develop a deeper and stronger connection with them because they sort of land in your life. They can be there in your everyday life, in the difficult moments, in the happy moments, at any time. So it's even, different from a normal relationship where, maybe you take an appointment, you go to the movies or whatever. So it really opened my my heart, my so many things. Like, it made me aware of how deep a connection can be when we haven't even met, physically. Yeah.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
So, yeah, sure. That is the power of ONPASSIVE, isn't it? Because everybody testifies the same. Just from nowhere, you meet somebody just like an image, like we're here, but then the bonding is real and the love is real and everything. So this is like, oh my God. So Sherry, if you
Sorry,
yes,
guys.
we can hear sound from your studio. That's a good sign. Don't say sorry. Just go ahead, speak to the audience, say hi. Welcome, Sherry.
I had to totally relocate and plug a device in, so I apologize for that. So,
It's all right.
So did you have a question, or are we just kind of introducing?
Not a question at all. If you can just go ahead, maybe raise your voice to say hi to the audience, because you didn't do that yet. And of course, if you like, you can just delve into the discussion. We are just talking about what we had in mind: new friends, new family, new nation. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hello everyone. And so I guess, just a little bit about me. I live in Canada, and I am a mom. I'm a friend. I'm a proud ONPASSIVian. And I guess I just, the topic that we're talking about today with friends is just something that is one of the biggest gifts that I have received from ONPASSIVE. It's just, we'll speak specifically to my friendship with Dina and just talk about how we met and kind of the journey of traveling and through with ONPASSIVE with Dina. And so, I was on a webinar one day, and it was back almost 3 years ago, because I'm coming up on 3 years. And Dina was speaking, and something that she said was just so powerful for me. And there was an energy that I felt from her, and I knew that she was somebody that I would like to connect with. And so I took a snapshot of her, and then I also took a snapshot of Corinne Isabel Mikes and a few women actually that I wanted to meet. So anyways, I reached out to Dina that night. Actually, I sent her a private message and introduced myself and said, would you like to say hi sometime? And that was the beginning of our friendship. And honestly, Dina, I know Dina said that she was in Jordan at the time. And the beautiful thing about that was, and I'll share a little tiny bit here, Dina, that after that webinar, Dina actually had to go do some extra care with her parents. And so she hasn't really attended a webinar or been in a position since then. And it was like, that was the first time I saw her, and I knew that I needed that. And so, it was just a really beautiful thing. Sorry, I'm getting nervous.
You don't need to get nervous. Thank you so much for sharing, Sherry. Yeah, Andy, when we were discussing, I was just smiling, because the very first time I saw Sherry's name pop on this chat section, she dropped a comment that caused her to be here today. That's what ONPASSIVE is doing. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take us meeting every day or seeing ourselves and stuff. It just takes a little thing that you say and somebody says, that is the person I'm looking for, because she was like, Dina, what if we go out there and discuss the journey, because of course, surely there was a journey as you are just trying to launch it. So from that too, Andy, definitely you should have something to say. I think I've been doing a lot of talking this evening. Andy, over to you, please.
For me, like Sherry said, we've kind of been introduced or thrown together with lots of different people, and we've been lucky enough, Comfort, in the UK to have had a couple of events and we've attended. Excuse me. So we've met a lot of people, and it's like being with we've known each other for years type touch. It's really good fun, and I love the fact that we're in 200 odd different countries, and you could probably travel round and see someone in every location that you want to go. I mean, you mentioned Jordan. Petra is one of my bucket lists, as I'm sure it is for most people. But my bucket list is longer than both of my arms put together, and I just know that if I start traveling and have the capability to start traveling, I'm going to meet like-minded people no matter where I go. Because of ONPASSIVE, and as I said, with the events that we've had, the one in Worcester and the one in Manchester. The one in Manchester was phenomenal. We had 350 odd people turn up, and half of these people go, "Hi, Andy." You go, "Hi." But you very quickly get to know everybody, and that's wonderful. We had people come over from Canada, from the States, just for the event, which was awesome. So yeah. I love that. I love that.
Indeed, I know. So it's just such a great opportunity that I think we all feel actually blessed. One thing that people like to share when we are on this line of discussion is how much you have learned, just a lot, because you can go from any angle, be it from the CEO, from friends that we've met, from the family and stuff. We just want to make it an open discussion. Dina, would you like to go again, please? Just anything.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, for me, ONPASSIVE really, we initially, a friend of mine told me about it, and the first week I didn't really, pay attention to it much. Then she told me again, and she sent me the audio, the audio files that Ash had made. And as soon as I heard his voice, I could not get quickly enough to my credit card because I feel, that voices carry a vibration that you can tell immediately, like the face of a person, you can tell immediately. And so that really started me on a journey, because it's true that initially a lot of us, were thinking of a way to make an extra income, etc. But quickly it reconnected me with my dreams as a child, actually, because I realized that the more I listened to Ash, and the more my dreams from even maybe when I was 10 years old were reawakening. And I was like amazed. I'm like, how is that possible? Because I had, I think like many of us, or maybe even all of us, we put layers and layers, because we have such a tender heart when we're, kids. And when we realize that the world around us is not as ideal as we thought, we start to protect ourselves. And by watching Ash, I was like removing layer after layer, because, for example, I remember like a dream or vision I can say that I had when I was 10 is that I wanted to have a magical wand and to, help the poor and the sick and everybody. And my whole life, really, I've been trying to do that. And I would do it in my little ways. But I feel like ONPASSIVE, it's certainly the biggest lesson is how to keep expanding your heart, even when maybe everything around you, pushes you to do the opposite. But you're like, no, because love always wins and the light always wins.
Oh my God, that's quite so powerful, Tina. Thank you so much for sharing that. You know, Andy, this sounds like the other day we were sharing the fact that people can dream again. I think this is another perspective coming from Tina this evening. So, Shari, I would like to know what you'd like to either add from there, or if you want to come from another angle, it's all yours, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that is like, I mean, I think that Dina and I kind of speak the same language. We don't think, I know we speak the same language, and for me, it's the attraction of the people that are within ONPASSIVE that, you know, has grown to this massive movement, right? And so we all, when Dina says that, you know, your heart expands and that, and we just have created something that is beyond what I even again imagined as a little girl too, because I too, as a little girl, all I have ever wanted to do was help people. And so now, yes, Ash has given us that vehicle. And so through the friendships, the other friendships that I've made through ONPASSIVE, I know that I'm going to go out and kind of and share that. And so it's just yeah, like it's magical, and it's sacred, and it's just the all of ONPASSIVE. It's like it fit. It's like I was a mold that I was built for me to kind of fit into, right? And yeah, so that's kind of what I got for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. And Marty just said one of his best part of the journey was traveling with people he loves and admires and stuff. So I just want to hear from your own side too. What do you think?
I mean, obviously we were with Jeffrey yesterday, and one of the things that really caught me from what Jeffrey was saying is that the entire frequency and vibration of the earth and energy is increasing, and ONPASSIVE is one of those vehicles that's helping this move to where it should be. And that really struck me because, you know, I'm very much a believer in that, and the whole point of this is being able to get together with people that are just feel and are the same as you. You know, we've all got friends that kind of look at us and go, "What the hell are you doing with ONPASSIVE? You're never going to make any money. Don't be stupid."
Mm-hmm.
And I think. And I find that most amusing, I have to say, because they're going to be laughing on the other side of their face very shortly. But that's another story. You know, the whole point is that, like you, Dina, I only had to hear Ash's voice once, and that was me hooked as well. It's you have a certain amount of intuition with these things, and I signed up before I did anything else. I saw an advertisement from Marty, listened to Ash's voice, and that was it. I'm like, right, okay, where do I sign? And then I didn't do anything for 4 or 5 months, you know, which was wasted. I know that now, it's wasted. But like you say, you're meeting people, and you very quickly get to understand who's who, and you can relate to lots of different people. So, and as I said, this is why I really love the events that we've had, because you get to meet all these people you've been talking to online. It's really good fun.
Exactly. And talking about meeting people, I remember the joke that John Barilla made when we were in Manchester, because all we know for now, even though very important, is just from here up to here. And now Andy knows exactly how I am from head to toe, and I know how he is. What a beautiful thing that is, you know.
You'll notice she looks the same size when we're here.
Hello.
But I've got a picture, and she comes up to about there.
That's funny.
Actually, I was jumping really hard to touch Reds in the middle of the head. It was quite fun when we meeting Manchester. So that's the fun, that's the beauty of ONPASSIVE. Yeah, go ahead, please, if you want to answer.
It's just so interesting because, you know, the relationships that are and friendships that are formed online, like they're real, like it's real, right? Like I have my kids live away from me, and I've been using FaceTime for a very long time, and I'll tell you, like, it's real. The connection is real. And Andy, when you were talking about, people that you meet and that getting along, and that, I like to refer to that as like-hearted. That we're like-hearted instead of like-minded, because that is, ONPASSIVE is just this big, huge beating heart waiting to just envelop the earth and do some healing and, get us back to a better place, because we've got lots going on all around the world. And so the world needs ONPASSIVE. And so for people that are watching this down the road or aren't involved with ONPASSIVE, like, I'm telling you, this is the place to be. If you're a humanitarian and you want to make a difference in the world, this is the place to be. Come in and make some friends. And, my buddy Marty, he's someone else that is, for me, he's up there, right? He's up there, like with Ash, and I'm not to put him on a pedestal, but, I feel his heart when he speaks. And so anyways, it's, this is the place to be, if you want to make a difference, for sure, and find some treasured friends and make a difference.
Yeah, that's very true, Sherry. When you talked about the humanitarian part of it, something is coming to mind. What I always personally believe is, like, I feel that we are kind of a chosen generation, because when you ask yourself, what is the population of the world? It's about 7 billion. Why just 1.4 of you and myself saw this? Because many people think we are crazy. They just think that we're chasing the wind and stuff. But then we see the vision and we know exactly where we're heading to. Dina, do you feel the same?
Yes, actually, I was just gonna say something to that.
Go ahead.
Because as Andy was saying about the vibration raising on Earth, and I'm sure you have heard. I mean, many of us use the term awakening. That humanity is awakening, and we're just all awakening at a different pace. Yeah. So the people who are, I think, awakening earlier, they're seeing certain things that the other people are not seeing. And today, while I was, thinking of what we might discuss tonight, I remembered something that when I was in my early 20s, and, I started working in an office like everybody did at the time. And I always felt that it was really not comfortable, I mean, I was a good employee. I was going to say employer. I was a good employee and everything, but I always felt that does it make sense to be like stuck in an office, from 9 to 5, and then waiting for the weekend, and then waiting for the holidays, and I'm like, there must be a different way. And of course, at the time, it wasn't very obvious what the different way was. So I think that, as Sherry was saying earlier, ONPASSIVE is offering us this vehicle to realize our dreams, to do things that we never thought we could do, and that I think that people gradually will jump on board. It's just it might take them a bit longer, but we're all going to see the vision eventually.
Yeah, that's very true. So Andy, over to you, please.
Well, yeah, I like I said, I just love the energy we get. As I said yesterday, being with Jeffrey, his enthusiasm and everything just rubs off. Yeah. But there are so many of us that have that same enthusiasm, and it's seeing that on a regular basis is brilliant. I love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You remember, Dina, when that was one of the ways that we got involved with Corinne through the meditation group, was through Jeffrey Morlock. Exactly. And well, I did anyways, and that was the other thing that you and I kind of did for quite a while, where we once a week went on with Corinne and did worldwide meditation, and it was the most beautiful thing, right? And
absolutely,
Jeffrey's, I love Jeffrey's energy and his mind, and kind of he gets what's going on. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. In fact, Corinne Isabel Mikes is a person that I really want to mention, because she's been also instrumental in my life and in the period that I was in Jordan and after. And thanks to her, I also, got involved in the blessing sessions. We were doing them, yeah, regularly, like twice a week. And I love her energy. I love the message of peace that she has. And she's always been like the spiritual person, on the webinars. She would always add that touch that, maybe all of us felt, but nobody could really express it the way she does. And I loved being part of the blessings, and we still do them, occasionally, because I feel that the energetic part is so important, and sometimes, in a way, like you have to have the energetic part in order to have the rest, working in the depths, so that the vision and actions can then, manifest in the material world.
Yeah, exactly. Andy, we have spent a couple of minutes just sharing how much we've learned to become a family, whether we touch one another or not, and to become friends and all of those. I just want us to discuss Ash a bit. I think it's not asking for too much, right, guys? Let's just have a chat on about Ash, because what we're doing here, he has given us solution. He has given us this 100% total freedom, so that you finally step out there and do that thing that your heart has been telling you to do since from childhood. So could we say that he's that man that we could say, this is what I've learned from him, and this is how I'm going to go on, carry on doing what he is doing to take us to somewhere? Andy, maybe you'd like to open this one, please. Anything you take from Ash at all?
I've gone.
Andy's freezing. Okay. Sherry or Dina, yeah, Sherry, you seem to be more
Dina,
active.
yeah,
So
Dina.
yeah, we just wanted to share the how much we've learned from our CEO Ash, and because sometimes like we talk about the ripple effect and stuff, we think that he starts it and then or he started it, and we think that we see it going. Is that something we can really say? Yes, he is a man of integrity, and this is that trait of his adopting that it will help me throughout my life or stuff. Is that something we can discuss,
Yeah,
guys?
go ahead, Dina.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, for sure, Ash is like such an example, and honestly, I sometimes feel like, is he 100% human? Because I mean, his heart is so big, and his strength and determination are so inspiring, that I really wonder, like Marty says often, and all of us, I know, we know that and feel it, is there any other person on this planet who could do what Ash is doing? And I'm pretty confident in saying no. I don't think there is anybody like him. Someone, once said, Louisa Aliata is the wonderful friend of mine who brought me here. And the person who brought her here to ONPASSIVE once said, Ash has godlike energy. And I never forgot that expression, because honestly, I think it's the closest that we can describe Ash, because he seems like, just a human being like you and me, but the qualities of his heart are so pure and precious that it is mind-boggling. It is like, how is that possible? And the forgiveness and everything, everything that he shows on this journey that is far from easy. So he welcomes even the people that maybe are not very positive, or who create situations that need to be dealt with. He embraces them, and he always looks for the positive, and so it's extremely inspiring.
Yeah, sure. That's very true. Sherry, do you just want to cue in, please? That's
Yeah, this is something that Dina and I talk about a lot. We speak about Ash Mafari all the time, and what he is brings to us and brings to the world. And so, ditto to everything Dina said. Plus, I'd also like to say that for me, that the Ash has taught me that when you believe in something and you have faith to hang on and go through the journey, and the highs and the lows, and that he's taught me that when you come from a place of integrity and love, that you're always going to win. And you know, there's so many aspects of him that I absolutely love. I love that he's a family man with his family, and you see that, and you know, he's kind of spilled that over into our ONPASSIVE family, and I'm sure that's why we call it a family, because it's such a big thing for him. Family. He's created this, and yeah, one day, Dina and I talk about this. We'll meet Ash Mafare, and we'll, you know, share with him the journey, because it's been a very powerful journey, from, you know, when the 3 years ago I was in a very dark place in my life, and finding ONPASSIVE, or ONPASSIVE finding me, changed everything. And so I've just been on this wonderful journey that I just look forward to when I can go out and do the work that Ash is asking us to do, and to, you know, and to be with my family, of course. But yeah, so I love it.
Exactly, you know, because one thing too that I believe from my perspective, having known Ash since 2020 that I joined as well, I just think that because I've before ONPASSIVE, I never knew that somebody could take an opportunity like this and share with people, or just a person, or just me, you know. So I'm just like, I'm here for a reason, and I think it's for that reason that Ash decided to share this opportunity. So his heart's desire, when you hear from, when you listen to him speak, is to like, he would like to see us give back, you know, to our communities. So what are some of your ideas, Dina, especially given that you have had this dream from childhood, you wanted that magic wand, and here it is in your hand. So what are some of the things you think you want to do for your community, both the immediate where you are and original community, maybe back home? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, of course, yeah, as we always say, you know, family comes first. So my family will be my priority, and also the helpers, because right now my parents, you know, need helpers. So them and their families. I would also like to help in Jordan, you know, kids. We have quite a lot of orphans and old people, because
Yes.
through my, you know, my mother's situation and her health situation, I've realized that you know, what she suffers from does not really have a lot of support, let's say, in our part of the world. So so it's something that I would like to look into, maybe support alternative treatments for dementia, and also cats. I always talk about cats because they have always played a huge role in my life, and especially when I was in Jordan. You know, in those difficult circumstances, cats literally came to me from all angles. I found one in the engine of the car. They would come to my garden, and so I ended up adopting a lot of them. And so I promised myself that one day I will do something for the cats of Jordan, but also worldwide. But that it would start there.
Sure. Charity, they say, begins at home. So I don't think it's a
Yes,
mistake starting from home, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you, Sherry?
Well, number one, for me is to get back close to my kids again, to live in the same area with them, and to, you know, yeah, sorry, that's just been
Yeah.
away from them for a long time. So
Yeah.
that's my first thing, is to be able to be with them, and for us to, you know, to, there's a lot there. Okay. Then from there, I think that I've thought about this a lot. I've worked hard for a long time, and I feel like I'm ready to retire. And so my thought is that, you know, I will reach out to people that I know that have beautiful minds, that have maybe some projects in mind or in their heart that they want to share, and that maybe, you know, we can work together that way. Yeah, it's I don't have any one specific project. My big thing is getting myself healthy again, and my family, and being close, and that's my number one priority. So I'm going to stop.
Sure. I think we all, that's the thing, because we feel the same, we think the same, because I have a similar situation, right? I'm the oldest child. My mom is dead. I miss my family, my brothers and sisters and stuff. I'm just like, every day Collins is here, so he can tell the story, because every day we talk about this for hours. I said, I can't just wait for this moment to come, to have all of my siblings and their families, we all together in one place. It's a dream, because all of these things, we all want to be by family, but sometimes because of means, you have to be where you are and stuff like that. And here comes the opportunity. Of course, we don't have guilty conscience to say, I'll start with my family, because we've got enough to get to any other person who is in need. Because Ash has taught us well during these 5 years, depending when you joined, right? And so we have that heart to give. We are ready to give. But then Ash himself knows that we will start from home. And yes, why not family and all of those? You have people, like in my country, there's actually a serious problem. There's war and stuff, children's living in bushes, not going to school. You think about those, there's everything here to go out there and take care of the needy. And we can only smile, and it's quite okay. I do get quite emotional here every day. People know that, so it's allowed, Sherry. And the good news is that yes, we are in the right place right now.
Yeah.
And the dream
I do have I'm one thing that I do want to say, that I have quite a I have a fairly good organization in Jamaica, and I call it my prayer warriors. And so we talk about, like, Jamaica is dear to my heart, I guess is what I want to say. So that will be somewhere that I'll go to help out with some projects, because you're right, there's a lot of kids that aren't eating, that are we need to start there. We need to start with the kids and help them to be nourished. And one of the ladies that I sponsored, her son is he's 21 years old, and he is out now that O Connect is out there, and he's bringing his young friends in. And I said to him, this is how it's going to happen. You're going to go all over Jamaica and have these little arms of people that we can help, and one person at a time, one and one and one, like we talk about. So
right. Yeah, sure. So let's just, because we are just discussing, this is the heart of ONPASSIVE, as people call it. Others say it's the heart of Mr. Mufare, the heart of ONPASSIVE, which is uplifting humanity. So I just want us to take a quick last round now to pitch this opportunity to somebody, because there are a lot of people who have dreams like yours and mine and Sherry's, Dina. They badly want to just help somebody. Like Ash says, you cannot change the whole world, but you can change the world of just one single person. And that goes a long way. Somebody's looking for that opportunity, but then here it is, they don't know. So what reason would you give someone to join ONPASSIVE now? Dina, you may go first, since you've been quiet for a while.
Yeah, yes. Well, today there was actually one of the videos that have been going around about the important events that went this week, and I was inspired to say ethics and excellence can go together. And I would definitely qualify ONPASSIVE as the most ethical company. It excels in everything it does. And on top of it, it wants to help humanity. So, it's like, what more reasons do we want? And as we always know as well, one hand cannot clap by itself. So we are such a big community and movement. And the more the merrier, just hop in and let's change the world.
Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you. I'm just smiling because back home we say it, I think it depends on where you come from. Back home we say one hand cannot tie a bundle, because I think we tie bundles a lot. So I think it's the same thing. That's really good. Thank you, Dina. So Sherry, over to you, please.
Yeah, well, I guess for me, for the people that are out there that, I think I said it earlier, that aren't aware of what ONPASSIVE is, this ONPASSIVE will change your life. It's a vehicle for the world to jump on board and go out and help humanity and, feed the hungry. And it doesn't cost anything. And honestly, the people that you'll meet in here I don't speak much about the products because but the products are superior, and they're, even if you're not going to use them, you can make money from them. So I guess that's a big thing. Just come on in, just come and see what we're about. It's real. We're the real deal. We want to change the world. We want to help lift humanity. That's Ash's one of his original slogans. We're here to lift humanity, one person at a time. So thank you, Comfort, for having us on. We had no idea what we were going to talk about. We just said, let's just get on and talk. And I get so nervous on here, but it was really a nice conversation that I think is important in the world right now, to talk about friendships. And there's a loneliness epidemic going on. And so to be able to have friends that I can reach out to online and share what's in my heart, it's a beautiful thing. So thanks for allowing us to come on and talk about.
Sure. I really do appreciate you. Here, we don't always want people to prepare because it's unpassive, right? It's like our second nature. So when you open your mouth, you just start saying things, about unpassive, and that's it. So I really appreciate, and I do apologize on Angie's behalf. Whatever is happening today, we don't know. He got kicked out. So, but I'm just happy that we went through it and that you ladies had enough time to speak. I really appreciate, and definitely would want you back again because we need to have a few more ladies' time to discuss our future. And I think, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you as well, Dina. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Comfort and Terry and Andy. And we had some technical issues. That's why we couldn't have our backgrounds on. But I'm very happy that we were able to speak and be heard. And that's the most important thing.
For sure.
Exactly. Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, family. And see you again
Much
back
love.
soon. Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Love from me too. Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
take care. Bye.